You're watching the Move Me podcast with Kevin Methvin. Today we have Nick Kennedy with Pacific Coast Billiards. And we actually met because I bought a pool table from him, and we've been buddies ever since. In fact, he's helped a couple of my friends and helped me move it once already.
Yes,
and
sir.
I just found out today he's also a Corvette enthusiast, so small world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shoot, I found you on your Instagram, and it's if you ever find his Instagram, it's pool table, pool table, pool table, pool table. He does a lot of them. And you work this area kind of from Tahoe to where?
Yeah, we go pretty much all over Northern California. We do a lot of stuff in Tahoe, San Francisco. My guys were up in Redding just the other day. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so we cover some ground for sure.
Yeah, and is a lot of it sales, or do you do a lot of the moving and refurbishing too?
We try to focus more on the sales, but we do a fair amount of the services too.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool when I bought mine. You were like, well, we don't have to stick with this color. And we found like a taupe color that kind of tied the room together, right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And I think you helped my neighbor across the street with his too.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I don't remember. We stay pretty busy, but yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I was trying to think of who it was, but
His name is Matt. But
okay.
Shout out to Matt if you're watching.
Yeah, thank you, Matt.
And so, like you mentioned, you pretty wide net. You guys go pretty far. So how do you obtain these tables and turn around and sell them? How's that work?
Yeah, so I mean, we do get some inbound stuff now that we've been in business a while, but we kind of hunt around and give people the option because we understand the frustrations that come along with that side of liquidating those things. A lot of people think they're just going to come in there, take the legs off, or maybe not even do that. A bunch of guys and homeowners, they aren't really too excited about that idea. So we kind of just give them an option, depending on what it is, where it is, kind of our offer, and then just give them that option.
I tried taking one apart to move it once, and I can see why you're in business because
Yeah.
there's a lot to it. There's
Yeah.
slate, and there's all the tucking and everything, and I mean,
Yeah,
it's quite the project.
They're difficult to take apart, and they're even more difficult to set them back up to get them to play correctly and put the felt on. So that's where we really come into, because taking them apart, I mean, they're not too bad, but
Putting them
back together takes a lot more skill.
Yeah, something that kind of blew me away when you set mine up, or even the second time, we're like, okay, we're going to measure it to the walls, we're going to make sure it's level, and I'm like, there's so much more about it than I even knew.
Yeah, the room size definitely matters, and kind of for what size table you want, because for a full length queue, you would like to have 5 feet of clearance all the way around. And
Okay.
yeah, we don't do as much of the 9-foot stuff as much as we used to, because we notice they kind of sit on the shelf because people don't have the room for them as much anymore.
Yeah, so you saw a lot of like 7 and 8 foot tables.
Mostly 8 foots. So the 7-footers, I can hardly keep those in stock because of the necessity. If you have a small space,
Right.
that's what you need, and they're not as common as the 8-footers to begin with. So
Yeah, I thought I had more of a rare one having an 8-footer, but I guess not.
your table is pretty unique for sure. All those carvings and stuff in it.
That's what stood out to me about it.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That's a beautiful table.
Yeah, it reminded me of my uncle had one very similar to that when I was a kid, and I always wanted a pool table. My grandpa had pool tables growing up. He actually played snooker growing up, so and going away to go visit him, I was like, cool, I get to play pool.
Yeah.
So now every time I'm playing pool at home, I'll pop open a Coors Light and think of him. It's kind of one of those things that we used to do together.
Yeah, those snooker tables are monsters. I get a lot of people ask me if I'll work on those or move them, and we've done it a few times, but those are
Not your favorite, huh?
Oh, not at all. Yeah, those are beasts.
So how many tables do you keep in stock typically, would you say?
Man, we had quite a bit. Had our inventory pretty high. We try to be around like 40 or 50.
Okay.
We got cleaned out over Christmas, and we've been
really
kind of rebuilding, which is a good problem to have. But yeah, we're looking to get some new tables if anyone's got a table they need to sell.
Yeah, because I know you'll pick one up and then you do some work on it, refurbish it a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of the full refurbishments, so like sanding it down to bare wood, but lately we just kind of stick to the top name brands that have been really well maintained, and then just put new felt on everything, and then minor upgrades if the cushions look like they're going to go out or the pockets have wear and tear, we'll just go ahead and replace those.
Yeah, and I think I liked about it too was I got the table and then it came with pool sticks and balls and everything. I can just get going and start playing right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a typical experience when they buy something from you.
Yeah, we always, all of our tables will come delivered and installed. We have you get to choose whatever color felt you want, and then we'll have a basic accessories package. Usually a couple cues, an 8-ball rack, and a set of balls and stuff.
And will you go just as far to do a move too? Because I know you moved mine. It wasn't that far, but still,
We do. We will go really far. We've done some stuff. We went out of Sacramento to Arcata once.
Oh, okay.
That was a pretty far move. The other day we did one, I think from Roseville to San Carlos.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we'll do it. We'll definitely do it.
And then are you looking to possibly grow the business?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's kind of our main focus this year is we got our site set for Southern California at some point.
Yeah.
So that I'm looking forward to that.
Where in Southern California you want to set up? Ideally.
I kind of got to go do a little bit more of the market research and see the lay of the land, but I'm thinking Long Beach might be a good little central spot.
So Heather, whose chair you're sitting in, is from that area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from
Okay.
the Redondo, Long Beach area.
Nice.
Yeah, go down there every once in a while. We're going to be down that way come in March or April. Actually, it's in April, I think, for an event. So.
Oh, cool. What do you think about that area, Long Beach?
I like it. Yeah, I think it's pretty comparable to here for the most part. I know that San Diego has really exploded. That's where Mark's originally from.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
getting pricey over there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The distance between, I think I might be better off more in the LA just to be more central. But
do you think that there's a certain I mean, you obviously go all over and you see all these kind of pool tables and stuff like that. Do you sell a lot of them just to residential properties, or do you do bars and that sort of thing too?
We do get some commercial stuff, some bars, but the vast majority of it is residential. Like I was telling you, we did get linked up.
Oh, that's right.
The
Yeah.
Airbnbs are that's definitely becoming more prevalent for us too.
So if you're buying an Airbnb from me, let's get you hooked up with a pool table.
Yeah, it can definitely boost the rating, and the appeal for people to come and book there. So it's a relatively cheap asset to draw people in. So.
And how quickly I noticed with me anyway, it was like I call you, boom, set up within the next few days. Like, how booked out are you if someone's like, you know what, I really want to buy a pool table, I'm going to call Nick. What does it look like right now?
Yeah, so I really work to keep the turnaround time as short as I can, because I've noticed when people want them, they want them yesterday. So right now we're about a week out or so. Sometimes during Christmas, Thanksgiving, certain times we can get a little backed out, but usually we keep it within a week. We can.
And if someone's shopping and they say, I really wanted this many feet and this color, like you mentioned you have 40 to 50 in stock sometimes. How would is there somewhere where they can go shop online for that? Or
yeah, PacificCoastBilliards.com. We have all of our information on there, and you can kind of peek through our inventory.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, so again, that was PacificCoastBilliards.com.
Yep.
And then what number can they reach you at?
209-818-2286.
All right. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, man.
And give them a call if you're looking for a pool table.
Thanks.
See you next time.